Cutting for Stone is a sweeping, emotional novel that intertwines themes of love, betrayal, medicine, and identity. Written by Abraham Verghese, a physician and writer, the novel is set primarily in Ethiopia, spanning several decades, and follows the lives of two twin brothers, Marion and Shiva Stone, who are born to an Indian nun and a British surgeon. The story explores themes of family bonds, the practice of medicine, and the struggles of identity and forgiveness. The backdrop of Ethiopian political upheaval adds a layer of historical and social commentary to the rich, character-driven narrative. Plot overview. 1. Birth and early life. 1. The novel begins with the mysterious and dramatic birth of twin boys, Marion and Shiva, at Mission Hospital in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. 1. Their mother, Sister Mary Joseph Praise, an Indian Carmelite nun, dies during childbirth, leaving them orphaned at birth. 1. Their father, Dr. Thomas Stone, a prominent British surgeon, is so grief-stricken by her death that he abandons the twins and the hospital. 2. The twins are adopted by Hema, an obstetrician, and Gosh, an internist at the hospital. 2. The boys grow up in the confines of Missing, the nickname for Mission Hospital, which serves as both their home and the center of their world. 3. Marion and Shiva are inseparable throughout their childhood, but they also have distinct personalities. 3. Marion is more introspective and determined, while Shiva is enigmatic and brilliant, particularly when it comes to medicine. 2. Ethiopia's political turmoil. 1. As the boys grow up, Ethiopia is undergoing significant political changes. 1. The monarchy is losing power, and civil unrest is growing. 1. These political developments form the backdrop to the brothers' childhood and adolescence, but it is the internal family dynamics and personal relationships that take center stage. 2. The novel weaves Ethiopian history with the characters' lives, highlighting how the country's changing landscape influences their fates. 2. Gosh, who is like a father to the twins, becomes politically involved, and is briefly imprisoned. 2. His imprisonment underscores the tense atmosphere in Ethiopia during this time. 3. Family dynamics and betrayal. 1. As Marion and Shiva grow older, their relationship becomes more complicated. 1. Marion falls in love with Janae, the daughter of Rosina, the family maid. 1. Janae, however, is rebellious and eventually betrays Marion by starting an affair with Shiva, leading to a deep fracture between the brothers. 1. This betrayal is a pivotal moment in the novel and marks the beginning of Marion's separation from Shiva. 2. Janae's actions have long-term consequences for all the characters. 2. She becomes involved in a political rebellion, and her path leads to tragedy. 2. Marion, heartbroken and feeling betrayed by both his brother and Janae, chooses to leave Ethiopia, and moves to the United States to pursue a career in medicine. 4. Marion's journey in America. 1. In the US, Marion undergoes his medical training in New York City, following in the footsteps of his adoptive parents, Hema and Gosh, who had instilled in him a deep passion for medicine. 1. However, Marion continues to struggle with his identity and the unresolved tension with his brother Shiva. 2. Marion's life in America is marked by the contrast between his new environment and his upbringing in Ethiopia. 2. He faces challenges as an immigrant doctor and navigates the complexities of the American healthcare system. 2. However, his deep commitment to medicine allows him to excel, and he slowly builds a life for himself in this new country. 5. Reunion and resolution. 1. Years later, Marion's past catches up with him when he becomes gravely ill and is forced to reconcile with both Shiva and their estranged father, Thomas Stone. 1. In a surprising turn of events, it is Shiva who performs a life-saving surgery on Marion, showcasing both his medical brilliance and the deep, if complicated, bond between the brothers. 2. The novel reaches its emotional climax when Thomas Stone returns, and Marion confronts him about the abandonment of his children, and the death of their mother. 2. In this moment, the novel explores themes of forgiveness, healing, and closure. 3. Shiva, in an ultimate act of love and sacrifice, dies while performing a surgery on Marion, offering his liver to save his brother's life. 3. His death brings the story full circle, as Marion must come to terms with the complexities of their relationship and his own identity. Themes and motifs. Medicine, as a metaphor for healing. 1. Medicine plays a central role in the novel, not just as a profession but as a metaphor for healing broken relationships and addressing emotional wounds. 1. The novel emphasizes the importance of the doctor-patient relationship, the ethics of medical care, and the art of healing not only physical ailments but also emotional scars. 2. Both Marion and Shiva are drawn to medicine, inheriting their parents' passion for the field. 2. Their relationship, which is strained by betrayal, is ultimately healed through their shared love for the practice of surgery. Identity and family bonds. 1. The novel explores complex family dynamics, particularly the bond between siblings. 1. Marion and Shiva, though inseparable as children, are driven apart by betrayal, only to be reunited through tragedy and sacrifice. 2. Marion's search for identity is a key theme, as he grapples with the legacy of his parents, particularly his father, Thomas Stone, and the implications of his mother's death. 2. The novel also delves into the idea of chosen family, as Hema and Ghosh raise the twins with love and devotion, even though they are not their biological parents. Forgiveness and redemption. 1. At its core, Cutting for Stone is about forgiveness, between siblings, between parents and children, and even between lovers. 1. Marion's journey toward forgiveness is long and fraught with pain, but in the end, he learns to forgive his father for abandoning him, and his brother for betraying him. 2. Shiva's ultimate act of self-sacrifice can be seen as a form of redemption for his earlier betrayal. 2. His death is symbolic of the complex interplay between love, sacrifice, and reconciliation. Cultural and political backdrop. 1. Ethiopia's turbulent history during the 20th century forms an important backdrop to the characters' lives. 1. The novel offers a vivid portrayal of Ethiopia's political upheavals, its monarchy, and the eventual rise of civil unrest. 1. This historical context influences the personal journeys of the characters, as they navigate a world that is constantly in flux. Loss and grief. 1. Loss is a recurring theme in the novel, beginning with the death of the twins' mother at birth. 1. Throughout the novel, characters grapple with loss, of loved ones, of home, and of identity. 1. Marion's journey is shaped by the absence of his biological parents, and the eventual loss of his brother. 1. However, the novel also suggests that healing is possible, even in the face of profound grief. Conclusion. Cutting for Stone is a deeply moving and richly layered novel that delves into the complexities of family, identity, and the practice of medicine. Abraham Verghese's masterful storytelling brings to life a cast of unforgettable characters, set against the backdrop of a changing Ethiopia. At its heart, the novel is about healing, both physical and emotional, and the power of forgiveness to mend even the deepest wounds. Through Marion's journey, the novel explores universal themes of love, betrayal, and redemption, making it a timeless tale that resonates with readers long after the final page.